Hey crowd, RC Raw is in the building. We're gonna I'm gonna review Crisis on Earth X, Flash, Supergirl, Green Arrow, DC Legends of Tomorrow, the CW Arrowverse. This is technically their second, I want to say, like their second one, and they actually did this last year with some aliens. I forgot what their name was, but it was not really like a 4 episode event. It was one. It was three. Sorry, it was three, not one. One of them, Supergirl, didn't really was nothing involved with that. It was just Flash trying to get in there, but they didn't really show Flash until like the last 30 seconds or something. But that was last year. This is this year. Also, last year, all the actual shows were one episode a day. So it was like Supergirl, Flash, Green Arrow, and then DC. You ended like that. Now since DC Legends of Tomorrow are after Flash right away, we do get Supergirl, Flash, DC, and Arrow on Wednesdays, I believe. Now let's get into it. First of all, I don't see Supergirl and I don't see Arrow, but I do see Flash and DC, which I'm still intrigued. I'm okay with the characters when they join and all that. So what they did, they pushed Arrow. They showed it on Monday with Supergirl. So instead of just reviewing both, I was like, might as well do the whole thing, review the whole thing, and show it all together. Now, the first episode of Supergirl, it shows you. It basically started off right away with Earth X. They're showing you that they are the Nazis, that freaking Green Arrow's killing some superhero. I don't know who it was. I know it was probably like a big character and maybe or like a lesser known. I just don't know who he was, and you could just see him that he took over. He beat them all, and then we cut to Supergirl and the Flash and everything. And this is a Flash wedding day, or the before the wedding day. But they're all introducing characters. What are they doing? They're talking about the wedding. Where are they gonna go? So they all arrive at the same time. Supergirl's like, tells her half sister, she's like her step sister, she's like, let's go to this wedding on Earth 1, I believe it is, Earth 1. And she's like, let's get out all the drama. So they fly over there. Green Arrow's talking to Felicity and he's like, let's go over to the wedding, of course, blah, blah, blah. In the Guardians of the Galaxy there. Guardians of the Galaxy, wow. The Legends of Tomorrow are, like always, in the future or the past. They're like, are we going to go? Well, let's go, blah, blah, blah. So they go. So other than that, the episode, it seemed kind of a filler, but more in the emphasis of Earth X. They show you there's a flying girl and all that. They try to keep masks all the time, but they did ruin it on the trailers because we did get to know who they were, or the photo shoots who was ever into those shows. They kind of spoiled it. The only one I was shocked about was Prometheus, and of course, before I get to that, the whole episode was good. I liked it. It was it was not action paced, but just more introducing characters, get them all along. And then, of course, at the end, when they're about to get married, they're talking, anybody who's against this marriage, now let's speak now or forever hold your peace. And then all of a sudden, you just see this laser coming out of the nowhere. I knew that there was somebody was going to fight back, and obviously I didn't expect the laser shooting to the priest and decapitating him or disintegrating him. And I was like, what? And then they all started fighting. Supergirl in their freaking pink dress against the bad Supergirl. Yes, they are all the guys. So Green Arrow versus Green Arrow. And then you got all the other Nazis, and everybody screaming, I hate Nazis, blah, 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 blah. You got, what's his face? The torching guy? I forgot his name, but the one who has the gun, Rory. He's using his flamethrower against all of them, and then he notices that Killer Frost turns and he's just looking at her like he's all excited about it because it's a bad chick with ice powers. And you know how he used to hang out with Captain Cold. But other than that, they kind of won. They captured Prometheus and they want to show who it is and all. And then, of course, at the end, they show you who it is. And it's none other than Merlin. Merlin's son? Basically, the Green Arrow's best friend from season 1. Which to me, I haven't seen Green Arrow. I have seen 1 and 2. And then I left it all alone. But I was shocked. I was like, oh wow. And then I looked it up to see if Prometheus was the main, if he was the actual bad guy. It was somebody else. So to me, for that was actually a shock. I was like, oh wow, cool. I'm like, they brought him back. And basically that was it for the Supergirl episode. Once we got into the Green Arrow, of course, there was a little bit more action, a little bit more intriguing. You got to see more of the, obviously, the Green Arrow actors and the team up and all that. And they basically, this episode basically is where the bad guys kick in and they start talking shit. Not talking shit, but they started kicking ass. Of course, you also know that Eobard Thawne is the actual Reverse Flash from season 1, which I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Supposedly he died and then he's back on season 2 or season 3. Yeah, so obviously you think he died in season 1, but then you see him with another face in season 2. And then he's the bad guy for season 2 in DC Legends of Tomorrow. And he dies off right there. But for some reason, he's still back. So, that's a whole nother conflict, a whole nother thing. But the Green Arrow, the whole episode was pretty kick-ass. You see Merlin committing suicide because he can't go against his family, which is the guys from Earth X. They're trying to find out why are they here, why are they there. They start fighting out. And then, of course, when Supergirl's about to kick ass, Metello comes out. Now, like I said, I'm not a Supergirl fan. I'm not a fan. Obviously, I just don't see it. I just don't see it, that's all. And when Metello came out, I was like, what? Woo! Oh, I was so excited. Again, I haven't seen Supergirl except when she met with the Flash, and that's the only episode and probably the pilot season. But that was about it. So I was really excited. They got their asses handed, and then they all team up again to go and kick ass. They get their asses handed. They all get on basically Rory, Killer Frost, Firestorm, White Canary, Green Arrow, the stepsister, Flash. I think that was it. They get captured. Jax, I think also as well. Jax and Jeff, yes, and Stein get captured and they're sent to Earth X. And basically that's a concentration camp. They're there and they're basically going to find out a way to get out. And the episode as well, it was good. So not only the Supergirl episode was good, the Green Arrow episode was good. And then we get to probably the two better ones because these are the conclusions, the Flash and DC Legends of Tomorrow. For Flash, they basically find out what's going on, where they are. And then there's a revolution going on as well. Like trying to, like, you know, the heroes always want to fight back. I forgot what's the name of the guy. I think it's Rex or something like that. Yeah, I know that he's a DC guy. Into DC, but I don't know who he is. I do know there's a cartoon, and I do believe it's canon to the Arrowverse. And the guy who voiced him in the cartoon is actually playing the same guy. So he's a flying guy. I thought he was Starman for some reason. He's not Starman. And he's Rex something, but that was not the shocker for me. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not into the cartoon, I haven't seen it, but I was shocked that, not shocked because I did see him in the trailers as well. Captain Cold, he's there, it's the same actor, same everything. He actually has his kick-ass glasses, and he's a good guy in this world, so that's pretty cool that he's a good guy, and he saves them all. They go out there and they're fighting back, and find a way to come back. Then obviously we find another villain, which I was like, no, get the F out of here. Red Tornado. Now in this particular case, I think he has an atomic bomb or something like that, where he's gonna blow up the heroes, and they're finding a way, trying to get a way back to Earth 1. And between all this, Flash is fighting not Starman. Rex is fighting against them. He's trying to get away because he's really fast. Flash is trying to get into it, but Red Tornado he was just a badass character in this little segment of the Flash. And of course, we got to one of the sadder moments where Stein, the half of Firestorm, gets shot in the back, and then he's sacrificed again. He gets shot again to pull that lever to open up a portal so that they can save basically Supergirl, because they want to take her heart out and put it back on the Batgirl so that she can live longer, because she is dying and she is basically an atomic bomb waiting to happen. And they basically are still fighting back. They're still fighting back, and they finally save her. And before this, they go back and all that. And then that's where it ends. That, oh, well, obviously they kill off Red Tornado, which he was like an atomic bomb. Not atomic, but just a big bomb to kill everybody. They get out of there. And then once they get to the DC Legends of Tomorrow episode, which it was also good, Wow, these were the sadder moments where Jax falls into a coma and Stein falls into a coma. And then the guys they save Supergirl because Adam turns into a little guy and shit, like always. And then he shrinks and he stops the knife from Reverse Flash from cutting into there, and he basically saves him. The cool part is that he's like, I'm the little guy that turned small, but now I can do more. And then you just see his whole freaking hand, boom. And I was like, what? I mean, they couldn't do big CGI, but that just little scene, I was like, that's almost like a Ant-Man Civil War, but just in the TV. Because TV shows usually don't run on that big budget, but I was really happy. I was like, now that's how you freaking show a wow factor. And then, of course, all the DC legends. Now we're talking about Vixen, the new girl, and Star Commander or something like that. They're all joining forces and all that. Rory and Captain Cold are talking. He's like, you're not my Rory. And he's like, well, you're not the other guy, because obviously Rory died in Earth X and Captain Cold has died in Earth 1. So that's a cool concept, a cool thing where they can't really see each other. So they keep the whole episode was good. But anyways, finally at the end, the big showdown comes, and Green Arrow's pissed because Stein tells Jax, drink this potion, this will separate from us and you will be Firestorm. And it's funny because I was paraphrasing, maybe I saw it too much into it, but he kept saying, Jax, I want you to have a good life, Jax this, Jax that. And it's funny because that guy was in Titanic, so I don't know if it was a lean-in joke to Titanic where Rose, I want you to do this, Rose, Rose, Rose. Now this time it's Jax, even though it's not Jack, but you get the in joke, the inside joke there. Or maybe I just saw too much into it. But we do say bye to Stein. Rest in peace. I was shocked. I was like, wow. Yeah, I did hear that the actor didn't want to be there working anymore, but still, that's a big wow factor. Instead of just pushing him to the side, use him later, they just kill him off. And I'm just shocked, and it's a good way to put more energy, more power, more character drivens to the whole thing. And Arrow's like, either you leave Earth or we're gonna kick your ass. The bad Green Arrow's like, we'll leave Earth, but we have to take Supergirl with us. And Green Arrow's like, okay, you just declared war, and they just basically go to war. Everybody's there. Team Arrow, Team Flash, except for Kid Flash. And then, of course, Team DC Legends and Supergirl. And they're just kicking ass, they're kicking ass, they're kicking ass. Even the ship from the bad guys from the DC Legends of Tomorrow are fighting, and then the other ships comes back. So it's just basically a big ass fight, Metello does die before this battle. Before this battle, he does die. And they're just, everything was awesome. The whole episode was awesome. When Green Arrow does make when he does fight the bad Green Arrow, they're just going at it, and when Supergirl bad version blows up because she does die, she only had like 1 hour to live. Supergirl sends her up, he freaking dies, explosion, blah 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 blah. She's falling down. The bad Green Arrow looks up, he's sad, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and he turns around, and then this guy Green Arrow just puts a freaking arrow through his heart, killing him technically himself, because knowing that he's not a good guy at all, he doesn't have good on his heart. So basically those two are out, and Flash, while fighting the Reverse Flash, he gets the best of him, and he's doing the little buzzing hand thing to go through his heart, and then the Reverse Flash is like, come on, do it, just do it. And then Barry stops, and he's like, I can't do it, just go away. He's like, oh, that's right, you're just better than humanity, blah 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 blah. He's still taking him, right? And just Flash is like, get out of here. And then the Reverse Flash is like, we'll see each other some other day. He's like, which face should I be wearing, since he was technically Harrison Wells. And that part was like, oh, hilarious. When Supergirl's falling, the wannabe Colossus guy from Legends of Tomorrow catches her Commander Steel. And it's funny, this was another inside funny joke where he's like, oh, you caught me. He's like, yeah, I guess it takes the Man of Steel to pick up the Girl of Steel, which is like, ha 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 ha, yes, we get it, we get it. Then of course, we do the rest in peace for the Stein. He goes and says sorry to everybody. Everybody does his little moment. Then at the end, they get Diggle to go and marry Flash and Iris West at a park randomly, because he does have that ministry where he can get married to everybody. I don't know, but at that same time, Felicity and Green Arrow also get married. it's a double wedding, so they both got married, and it wasn't a wedding, but it's a double ceremony where they got married. So the Flash and Green Arrow got married on the same day to the girls they love, and that's how you end it. You ended on a nice tone, even though after that death. So overall, it was a great show. Their characters were good. I don't think there was a bad part of it, a bad thing about it. I honestly don't know any faults. I think that everybody carried their A game to outshine. Of course, Rory being the worst, or Ray Palmer, since they are the worst at acting, because one talks too much, the other one just acts too mean. I think the one who stole the show, it was probably Supergirl. I don't know, maybe because I don't see the Supergirl show. I mean, another one that I can say probably stole the show was Adam, Ray Palmer, since he freaking that big hand scene. That's another one, but I mean, everybody had their own thing. I mean, I'm not gonna say that oh, this did better than that. Cisco did miss out a lot of the action, but everybody did good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and just choose a favorite one. Maybe to me, my favorite one was watching Wells as Reverse Flash again. Maybe he stole the show. Another my favorite one was watching Red Tornado, but that's what it is. The show was great. I loved all the characters. Bye to Stein, rest in peace. You're awesome. And you guys do have yourself a great day, a great night whenever you see it. Do like, do comment, do subscribe. So